Good morning, boys and girls of the internet. Today is Monday, June 11th, 2018. This is vlog number 161. I'm really speeding through all these pretty quick. Before I know it, I'll be at 200 again. So, another big milestone down the block. And this month is going by fast, too. I mean, it's already 11th. A couple days, middle of the month. Wow. And then pretty soon, my birthday. Yay, my birthday. Oh, by the way, as you can tell, I'm being lazy this morning and you're watching some more God of War footage. So, Sunday, I didn't really do much. I just worked on some editing and watched some TV. Mainly did most of the editing, so I'm pretty proud of myself. I got one major photo set done, so that's good. Then I went to go play some God of War for quote unquote a little bit. That little bit turned out to be like 4 hours. I tried to get past this one area. It took a lot longer than I thought. It was like this Muspelheim, I can't pronounce that word. It's like this challenge area. It's a really cool area, but like you have to be really kind of powerful to get past it. Even at the power level I'm at, it was pretty hard to beat some of the things. There was a couple of them that they give you different challenges for every like stage you went to. One of them was a pretty simple like concept to try to beat. It was just beat like 20 enemies without taking a hit, which you think, oh, that might be easy. Well, sometimes something hits you when from behind and you didn't even see them coming or something. So that's like one that really gave me a hard time for like 3-4 times or so. But it was pretty easy to restart. The thing that made it hard, at the very, very end of this trial thing, you had to fight a Valkyrie. Of course, all the Valkyries in God of War, they're all stupidly freaking hard. This one was like, some of her moves that she did easily took like half your life, just like for a single move. It was a pain. I even looked up a YouTube video from someone who beat it, and just kind of like watched their strategy of how they did it, and then you pretty much have to wail on the Valkyrie for as hard as you can, non-stop, like as much as you can. Of course, like you start the fight off like doing a rage mode, and try to get as much life as possible from her, in the first get-go before she gets a chance to do anything. Even that was hard. She must have beat me like 10 times easily. So, she was a pain in the ass, but I eventually beat her, and I was freaking happy about that. So that was good. Yay. So, speaking of video games, E3 is starting this week. I used to love E3. Now it's kind of just, over the years, because originally E3 used to be unique, and you could really only get the good information from E3. Of course, this is back before social media and, things come out online like way, way before. Now things like people around the E3 season, you get, game trailers and updates and game, leaks and stuff well before E3 on purpose now. Because, it used to be back in the day, like, games used to leak, or information about games that are just going to be on E3 leaked. But, this year, like, every year I kind of watch what's going on E3. Even though I don't really have much time for any games. I still I'm curious to see what's there and see what's unique that might come out of it. You get all your basic games. You get your Call of Duties, your Maddens and stuff. Everyone knows they're coming. Why? I don't know why they devote time at E3 to show those things. Oh well. Now, the one thing I do miss about E3 though is actually going to E3 and It's actually been quite a while since I've been to E3 last. I've been there 4 times before, but the very last time I went was in 2005. Now this is right before the launch of the 360, and I remember before the 360 came out, I was looking at it, and if y'all remember way back in the day of like the Tech TV slash G4 days when they had like Extended Play, the TV show with Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb. And I met those two at E3. And it's funny, like I went to go play, I believe it was a Need for Speed game on the 360. And as I was playing it, like I looked to my side, and Adam Sessler was there. And I started to talk to him about it, and he was like watching me play a little bit. And I kind of like, handed him the controls, like, here, what do you think? And we were both kind of commenting that, we were thinking that it was going to look better. The textures aren't that good, blah, blah, blah. And like, kind of, we're like, oh, it's not that good of a game. So it was pretty good that we had that little, moment there.
This'll be fun.
So yeah, E3 back in the day, stuff was it was really fun. It was definitely unique. One thing you don't see, you probably don't see too much of it now, especially compared to back then, is booth babes. And they just would hire any like hot-looking girl, model slash stripper. Most of them I could almost guarantee you were strippers, and they would just have them stand at booths all day and just look pretty. Put them in some costume that kind of looked like a character from the game. I wouldn't even call it cosplay because there were some though that I remember Tecmo used to hire or tried to get the same girls every year that were kind of being like the dead or alive girls, and some of them looked pretty good, pretty close to the characters, so that's pretty neat. But they don't do that anymore to have booth babes because it was kind of a very kind of vapid and lowbrow kind of thing to do. So, I miss it, but it's not something that's really too necessary. But yeah, E3 back then it was a trip. So now for this year's E3, there's a couple games I'm looking forward to. Of course, like here is Monday, and there's already been a lot of showings already from EA and Microsoft and Bethesda. They had like their pre-show conferences. Microsoft announced a new Halo game. There's a new Devil May Cry game coming out, Devil May Cry 5. Of course, they finally announced a release date for Kingdom Hearts 3. I believe they said it was like February 29th or something. Something like that. I know it's like either February or January 29th, one of those days. And so there's some other games that were announced that, of course, they had Cyberpunk 2077. That's the same people who did The Witcher. That game looks good. They also made there's a game called Jump Force, which used all the Shonen Jump characters, or who assumed to be a lot of Shonen Jump characters. There's obviously characters from Dragon Ball, from Naruto, and from One Piece so far. There's also characters from Death Note, because they kind of teased that in a little trailer. That's pretty much all they really showed. But of course, when they showed the gameplay from it, it just looks like a typical anime brawler. In fact, I still own this, J-Stars Victory versus, it has like the Jump Superstars, and that's pretty much what it was. It was just like an arena brawler, and it had like a crap ton of series. You just brawl. The only difference in this one, the new one, is that this new game, they're trying to set it up like where worlds are colliding, and all these characters are all in like our Earth. Like you see, it's weird to see like Luffy and like Goku fighting Frieza in New York City. It's just such a odd thing to see. Um, but it's probably gonna be a fun game. It's not something I'll probably pick up, um, but there's a couple of games I am looking forward to seeing. I know today will be the Sony press conference, so of course I'm a PlayStation owner, so that I'm gonna be interested in that. Um, there's that one, and I always forget the name of it because it's a hard name to remember. It's a Japanese word, like um, it's made by the same people who did Infamous, and it's like a very samurai, like ancient samurai type of game. It's like Ghosts of something. I should have looked it up before I started recording this, but well, you'll know what it is. In fact, after I record this here, I'll pop up the title screen from it, or and there's a couple other games I'm looking forward to as well. I know they're going to show gameplay trailer from Hideo Kojima's new game, Death Stranding. That game looks awesome. What else are they going to show? So they're apparently going to show Bloodborne 2. There's going to be some more. Wow. They're going to make a new SOCOM game? That's crazy. The new Spider-Man game. That game was good. And of course, by far, one of the most anticipated things I want to see is footage from Last of Us Part 2. Oh god, I can't wait. That game's gonna be so good. I mean, if you played the first one, it's without a doubt one of the greatest games ever, in my opinion. That game was a masterpiece. Of course, they're gonna show more of the Final Fantasy VII remake. Blah, yada yada yada. I want to be excited for that game, but ever since before the PS3 came out, people were wanting a remake of that game. Ever since they did that little tease, so our excitement has played out. The more we see of it, yes, like, yeah, all right, it's actually coming closer to being a reality. It looks like a game. But who knows when the hell it's going to come out? Maybe they'll make a little more concrete announcement for it. Hopefully they're going to show Shenmue 3, because I'm a big Shenmue fan. And last year they announced that they're actually making a Shenmue 3 after so many years from the old Dreamcast games. And they ported the second Dreamcast game to Xbox, but I remember it on Dreamcast only. My Shenmue 2, in fact, I'm still pissed about that. I don't know where it's at. My copy was a special import because the first one didn't do so well and Dreamcast was on its way out. They did release it in the UK for the European Dreamcast, and they didn't translate, they didn't dub it over, they just subtitled it. So they just kept it, in Japanese language. So I imported that sucker, and I love the hell out of it. Like, yeah, but I don't know where it's at now. Years and years ago, I think I lent it to somebody, and I don't know who it was I lent it to. I can't find it anymore, so I'm pissed. But I know Shenmue 3 is on it. It's like a Kickstarter. I joined that Kickstarter, so I'm definitely gonna get my copy. And apparently, of course, they're gonna release 1 and 2 as a re-release. That's gonna be good. Can you read it? I'm wondering if, speaking of God of War, they kind of said that they never wanted to do like an expansion for God of War. It's kind of like, this is the game, this is what you're gonna get. And the game just came out a couple months ago. I wonder if they're gonna announce anything for it. If they really are gonna stick to that they're not gonna do anything, or if they're going to really add something to it. Who knows? One thing about God of War that's kind of that I thought early on, that was going to be a really huge game. It's because like you have, you know, the Lake of the Nines, this big huge lake. That's kind of like the central hub of the game, and you have a kind of a warp portal. And you're supposed to go through these, you know, the different realms, and you can see all these realms, and like you can only go to like 3 of them.
What does it say?
It's supposed to be like 9 realms. So apparently there's like a 4th realm that, you know, that's like kind of like the end game. But still, it's like, why tease you that like that? You know, why make it look like you can go to it
On the rock.
unless, you know, they're gonna add an expansion to it and actually make those realms. I don't know. But so far, that's pretty much. I mentioned the Spider-Man game. Did I mention the Spider-Man game? The new Spider-Man game coming out. That looks really good. I don't really know much else that I'm really looking forward to. There's a game called Days Gone that might look good, but it's a zombie game, and I've been done with zombie games for a long time. I really don't care about zombies too much, but this one looks kind of fun. Now, I'm also wondering, just, you know, browsing through here, if they're going to show anything about any expansions or new information about either sequel or expansion to Horizon Zero Dawn. Now, that game came out just last year, but are they going to, you know, wait a while before making a new one? Or are they going to actually, you know, work pretty hard on it and, like, you know, kind of tease it this year? So I can imagine if they do make another one, you know, it's going to be a while for it to come out. So far, though, like, looking at all, like, the other people who've talked about E3 right away, right off the gate, EA's press conference, it was like Saturday night, and it was a major failure. It was like, everybody was all, this is a dumbass. They spent way too long on, like, really boring, you know, content on their trailer. You know, and it was just epic fail. Like, the game that they showed, like, no one was excited about. And everybody online, all the YouTubers are making fun of EA. It's like the big joke of E3 so far.
I'm not sure I understand.
And speaking of jokes, like, one of the things that I laughed about, Bethesda, I guess I didn't watch it. I still need to watch the press conference for Bethesda. One of the inside jokes is that Skyrim, they ported it to everything. And so the guys on the stage, he came in, and there's like a screenshot of it I posted on Facebook. It says, "We asked, you answered, we listened. I'm proud to present Skyrim on the Tamagotchi." And he showed a little picture of it. I'll pop it up here. You know, it has the little Tamagotchi screen. It has the Skyrim. You know, they port Skyrim to everything. I made the joke of like, that's all well and good for Tamagotchi, you know, but you know, I can't wait for Skyrim on my Casio calculator watch.
Do you have any idea
That's funny stuff.
Did you kill him?
Again, I'm hoping for some surprises. Other than the games I mentioned, there's always gonna be stuff that no one expected. There's always gonna be like new things.
Take him to the table.
But yeah, it should be fun.
It's been a long time since I've
I'm
practiced the
pretty much gonna be
old
watching nothing but
Hold him
E3
there.
content like all day today, and
Well,
you know, at work and stuff. So
thankfully his head hasn't decayed
fun
much and
times.
his brain is still intact.
I think that'll be it for today. I'm rambling on for too long. Let me know what games you're looking forward to and what gets you excited about E3 and whatnot. So I'll talk to y'all later. Everybody have a good day, and I love you.
That's enough.